Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back. It's Troy D. And man, today is a wonderful day. Mail came in, I checked it, and usually I get, just bills or some random packages that says US mail on it, USPS. No, I got a mail today, a package that had Thai letters on it. And the moment I saw the Thai letters, I was like, this is it. Finally came in. This is a Bortnikoff 5th collection. And this is my sample set that I'm going to try out for you guys ahead of time so you guys can be informed as to what to buy. There's 3 that came out, all pretty expensive. So for some people that are thinking of just getting samples first, or they're thinking about getting one bottle, or if you're, really a big fan, you can get all 3. Well, let me give you guys the down low on the 5th collection. Now, most people don't know this, but Bortnikoff is actually one of the first videos that ever came out on my channel. I did a video on Oud Maximus back in the day, and that kind of took off. And so, it's really great that he has a 5th collection that already came out. And I think after this, it's a bunch of collabos. So, anyways, ultra niche, by the way. For those who don't know, when ultra niche comes to mind, the thing that comes to mind is like, natural, hard to obtain ingredients, really exotic ingredients you can't find on any other perfumes. The other thing that comes into mind is oud, because there's like really a lot of exotic oud that's made out there that is not mainstream at all. I also think about how limited things are, that they only make a few bottles and then it's gone. A buddy of mine, Rajesh, he had a perfume that was like 33 bottles. That's it. And, they're all gone now, obviously. And finally, of course, the price, like the full bottles of these are like $300 something each. So there's no slouch. And that's because of the expensive, hard to find ingredients that are in these perfumes. But the reason why I love Bortnikoff out of all is because this is the most wearable to me out of all the ultra niche houses. When you think about like ultra niche, like Ensar Oud, you think about Arige Lidore. For me, like Bortnikoff is the most wearable out of all of them. Okay, so anyways, enough about me, more about the scents. So these are the 3 that came out: Vetiver Nocturne Absolu, Triad, and Oud Sinharaja. Okay, now what I'm gonna do, instead of like going, oh, this is that, I'm just gonna make it simple, and I'm going to give each or all of them an award, kind of like in a beauty pageant, like Miss Congeniality or Miss Talent. I'm just gonna say, well, which one is the most blank, and then I'll go, and then that will hopefully help you guys understand this better. But anyways, quick basic breakdown. Vetiver Nocturne Absolu, as you can see, is a very green fragrance, vetiver based, and it's complex, so I'll go into that in a bit. Triad is supposedly like 3 different ouds, that's why it's called the Triad right here, and it's also a Floriental. And the 3rd one is Oud Sinharaja, which is a mix of oud, bergamot, cardamom, and florals. So that's this one right here. Okay, so let's start. So which is the most wearable out of the 3? I would say that the answer to that is all of the above. All 3 are pretty much wearable fragrances. Okay, they're all wearable. I don't think I know for a fact that there's a lot of ultra niche perfumes out there that are just, I don't know, they're kind of repulsive. Like I've seen other reviewers say that they actually repel their girlfriends with it, which I don't see why I would do that. Okay, but these are not to repel, that's for sure. I think that all 3 are wearable. I think that all 3 are classy. Okay, and so there you go. Okay, next award that we have is which is the most exotic. So the most exotic out of the 3 definitely is Triad. Okay, Triad is the most exotic out of the 3. Why? Number 1, because of the ouds. The oud is high-end oud, but not the barnyard oud that we're talking about here. I think that it is that's just that bittery oud, and it's said to have three different ouds. Okay, and again, I don't know what those three different ouds smell like, but to me, the thickness of the oud is there. But the shining exotic part about this is the orientals. You know, because it's a floriental, the floral or orientals. All these flowers right here, and maybe the oud from Sri Lanka, it helps because, you know, man, this thing, just like many ultra niche fragrances that I own, you know what? They actually teleport you. That's what it does. Like this Triad, no joke, guys, teleports me to Sri Lanka. Okay, if you ever seen Nawab of Oud, my review on Nawab of Oud, when I said like, oh, this is one of those where it's like you bathed in like a pool of lotus flowers and you like got up. Well, it's kind of like that, but this one is like with Oud though, you know, and it's like it teleports me to Sri Lanka. I mean, this is just, yeah, it puts me to a different land, you know. So if you would like to bring that to you, right, I think Triad is a good bet. One of the most exotic, if not the most exotic, out of the three. Okay, second one. Which one is the most Western? The answer to that is Oud Sinharaja. Oud Sinharaja. This one here, gotta be careful. That fell down. You know, the the rose prick was trying to hold it steady. You failed, rose prick. Okay, so Oud Sinharaja is definitely the most Western. As you can tell, you already see bergamot. You already see cardamom. You already see the grapefruit. So these are not exotic scents. You know, these are actually, if I may say so, gentleman scents. Gentleman scents. And then everything else, of course, is a little bit of exotic. However, you know, for somebody in the West that is looking for a Western style exotic, man, the Oud Sinharaja is probably it. And for me, if I had a choice, I mean, living in Los Angeles, by the way, if I had a choice to what to wear, what to buy for my lifestyle down here, for sure it's got to be Oud Sinharaja. This one is, ooh, it's got bergamot, it's got the spices, and at the same time the oud is not like too exotic, and then the florals are like light on the background. I mean, this one's great. For me, this is the most Western out of the three. And the third one is, which is the most magical? So this is interesting. You know, ever since I got into this whole like, you know, fragrance thing, the thing that's new to me is I've had people like always ask like, have you ever had a fragrance that takes you to the forest? Or is there any fragrance that smells like a pine tree or pine trees? And I was like, I would love to answer that, but I really don't know any. I was like, man, there's none of my collection does that. But guess what, guys? Finally, I can give them an answer. And the answer to that, most magical, Vetiver Nocturne Absolu. Now, this thing, as you can tell, it's like really green. And that's because, man, just look at the notes here. Indonesian, Indian, vetiver, neroli. Think about that, right? Oak moss. A lot of sandalwood with leaves. Look at this. Champaka flowers and leaves infused in sandalwood oil. I would say this one right here, man, talking about teleportation, teleports you straight into a pine forest. Yep. For those who were asking me that way back, that's the answer. It's Vetiver Nocturne Absolu. Now, this is also, yeah, you could say it's a gentleman fragrance because a lot of vetiver really gets related to gentleman fragrances. I would say it's mostly because it's an exotic, a teleportation. Like seriously, like I think that this could be even therapeutic to people, you know, like actually smelling it and feeling like they got transported to like a forest, a pine forest. And maybe that's also, you know, done by not only the multiple vetivers that in here, but also the oak moss probably does that. And of course the woods. But that's really, for me, like, man, Vetiver Nocturne Absolu is definitely the most magical to me. Now, next question. If there was one of the three, which one would I buy on full bottle? To me, Oud Sinharaja is something I would buy full bottle if it was just, something I would use here in LA. Triad, I would buy a full bottle of if I do not own a Floriental and I want to go straight to the best of the best Floriental. Oud plus flowers on the highest level. Triad, I would buy that. Vetiver Nocturne Absolu, I would buy if I would like to get that pine smell, that forest smell. I want to get transported to the forest and have that, that scent around me. I would buy a bottle of that. So that's how I kind of rank the three as well. Because if you know, like I am not really into smelling like too much flowers. But again, many of my friends like that. So for me, this is my ranking. So Oud Sinharaja wins number 1, Triad wins number 2, Vetiver Nocturne Absolu gets number 3. So that's my rank for all three. Hopefully that helps you guys. Okay, so I didn't get too deep into it, but I did try to answer certain questions that you might have in your head about the Bortnikoff 5th collection. Okay, so hopefully that helps you guys. If you like one of them or all of them, let me know in the comments. Let me know your thoughts about Ultra Niche. Let me know your thoughts about Bortnikoff. Just drop it in the comments. I would love to know, and let me know what your favorite Bortnikoff perfume is, so we can all talk about it. Okay, all right, that's it, guys. So until then, thank you for subscribing. Don't forget to subscribe again. Lots more coming. Again, peace out. God bless.